Okay, hello. This is kind of a weird setup today because I'm in my dorm, so I have to have the drawing and everything like half on this weird bed couch. So sorry if the like mic sounds different or weird or anything. I'm gonna try my best to keep everything good. But before we get started with our art, I have an official trailer to show you guys for the game. So we're gonna start off with that and then go on from there. I have three characters and one background that I saved to do for this stream specifically. Um, I don't know if we're gonna get to all of them today, honestly. Just with time constraints and such, but we will do our best to get everything that everyone might want to see. So we are gonna start with the trailer. So let me mute myself and let you guys watch that. The trailer will also be dropping separately, at like 1:15, I think I set it to, so you'll be able to watch it then. But we are going to watch it here, and then you'll be able to see the video separately.
Welcome to the MacDouglas Family Manor.
Okay. I'm really nervous. I don't know why. Um, that is the game trailer. Yippee! Um, I've we've been working very hard behind the scenes as well as all of our lovely VAs. You heard some other voices in that trailer. Um, but every character is voice acted, so that's very exciting, very cool, actually. And the voice actors that were featured in the trailer are credited in the video description for the actual trailer itself. So you can check them out there. Um, Obviously, when the game releases, you'll also be able to see all of them as well. Um, but we are going to start off with. I suppose we can begin with acrobat, maybe. Um, we have three characters to get through. We have acrobat, and then we have um groundskeeper, and we have mechanic. I think acrobat is probably the most intensive one, potentially. So I think we're going to start with her. And I need to bring up her image onto the sketch thing. So let me do that. So that because most people probably don't know this, but MacDouglas Family Manor actually began as like an actual novel, like a choose your own adventure thing, and we actually drew the characters a long time ago. Except these are like drawn a long, long time ago, so we have to obviously digitalize and redraw and all that good stuff. So, and this is actually the circus image in here. Ooh, you get a sneak peek of, I guess, the old sketch layers. Is not much of a sneak peek, is it? Um, and yeah, she's here upside down, so I guess I gotta turn it this way. Well, let me make sure this is sized properly first, because we want the characters to be in accurate sizing, if that makes sense. Now I can flip her over. And I suppose I will have to lift her a little bit because her legs are cut off in this one. Obviously she needs her legs. There we go. We're gonna have to move her hair and stuff around too with her being upside down. That's why I think she's gonna be the more intensive one today. I also need to make sure our canvas size properly reflects this. There we go. Alright. So the game is going to be out on the 31st, which is kind of crazy. It feels like it's coming up very, very soon. And I'm not used to being so busy in such a time crunch, but it is what it is. I am going to add in her counterpart, because I think that'll help me with, like, picking colors and such. I want her to be kind of reflective of the character that she's with. So this is Dancer. And I guess I have all the circus colors over here too, which will be helpful. So this layer up here, I'm going to erase this stuff so that I can scoot her over a little bit so she'll actually just be like standing beside Dancer here. And Dancer's actually her girlfriend, and now that I'm looking at this, she looks really small. I don't know why. Maybe I was like, I think maybe when I was originally drawing her, I wanted her to be like more in the background. Yeah, these drawings are from like 2019, 2020, something like that. So I was like 14. No, that's wrong. How old was I in How old was I in 2019? 15. I was like 15 or 16. So it came a long way. Just cool. Alright. So I'm thinking skin color wise, let's see. This is Dancer's skin tone, so I definitely want hers to be darker because just to accurately reflect her race and everything. I think I like this one. Oh, that's literally like the same color as Dancer's eyes. That's kind of funny. Didn't do that on purpose. It's like a little bit lighter. So let's put skin tone down here. And then her hair I think is dark brown. I have this like have it all mapped out on my planning stage. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm being very accurate to the characters here, to their descriptions in the old novel and such. So I don't want to accidentally make her not canon. That would be bad. Let's see. Okay, here's Acrobat. Introduction. Okay, so she's wearing red, that's right. Okay, cool. So her hair just needs to be slightly darker than her skin. This, maybe. Think that'll look nice. And then we need red. We're gonna use the red from, well, no, I shouldn't use the red from specifically the circus because that'll blend in weird. Make it a little brighter. Eye color is amber. So I'm gonna go back to this color and then just have to make it a little bit more golden. There. Let's make that a little bit brighter. I don't want her to look like super cat-like, but I don't want her eyes to be like dull either. She's a very bright and excitable character, so I want that to reflect in her design. Okay. So I have a really weird drawing process just to warn everyone. Um, it's very awkward. Um, but I'm sure you guys are used to it by now. At least the people who've been to our art streams before know that I'm a little bit awkward of an artist. I was never classically trained, sorry. I'm like completely self-taught. I think I had like one art class in high school, and it was not good. It taught me like nothing. I don't think our art teacher was very qualified, but that's okay. Alright. So I guess she has more of like a rounded face, and my computer has been not great for like the touchscreen aspect. It's kind of weird. It tends to mess up a lot with styluses specifically. So um I have to like fix that occasionally. We have a very like sketchy style for this game specifically. I know you guys haven't seen us draw in that style before. I thought it would be cool, particularly because it's like a horror game. I thought it would be interesting to have this like sketchy, like messy kind of style for the outlines. You can kind of see it with Dancer. She's a little bit more not as sketchy as the other ones, I guess. This is like not working. I think I need to bring these lines down a little bit. Whoa, not that far. Forgot I changed my eraser size for the paper part there. Okay, let's try that again. No, not that far. I keep wanting to make her she needs like a squared, like rounded kind of vibe, and I keep making it like more oval. I think that's decent. Man, I just looked at the hands that I did back there. I don't know what I was doing doing with that. That's kind of scary. Okay. I also don't think I'm gonna do the positioning and stuff. So I kind of want those to be like a surprise. Because I feel like it'll give away some of the scenes if I do all the positioning. So we're just gonna do like their very basic part. Um, like their basic stance. Like the dancer's just standing there. We're gonna do that with Acrobat and the others as well. See, there's the stylus messing up. I don't know why it does that. I've tried correcting with different styluses too, and it's just all of them. I don't know why the thing has problems. I guess we'll go out to here and then start on the next layer for the arms, because the arms will be moving around a lot, and I don't want them to be like hard to move. That makes sense. I also made this really crooked when I originally drew her. I must have been rushing a little bit or something. I guess it is just a sketch layer, but still. They're shorter or not. I guess we'll see when I'm done with it. I think I might want to make her shorts a little shorter. She's supposed to be in like almost like a tumbling thing, 'cause she's an acrobat. I also need to fix this. Hold on. Actually, do it like this. The crooked piece. Sorry if you can hear my like phone being blown up right now. It's kind of annoying, but I can't do anything about it. Go up a little bit higher than it was before too. Okay, I feel like that looks decent. I get really like nervous and stuff. Let me check what this is saying real quick, because I've gotten like 5 messages so far. Oh my god, it's just... It's bitching about my grades, so I'll ignore it. Not to air out my shit. Okay. I'm just gonna make her hands like at her sides for this pose. Okay, there's one arm. There's the other arm. You ever be like a uni student and still have your parents checking your grades? Because it's kind of awful. It's like, bro, I promise I can take care of myself. And just to be clear, I have good grades. They're literally all A's and B's. See, her hair was, I think it's supposed to be down, but I think I saw something about her bun. Oh no, that's Dancer. Dancer has the bun. Yeah, her hair is down. Just wanted to make sure. I should move myself out of the way. I should take myself off of here. She's supposed to come down to like her shoulders. I really like Acrobat as a character. I think she's cute. She's like she's very bratty. But I like it. This is her girlfriend, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Dancer and Acrobat are together. Now do to the skin tone so that we can do the rest of her legs. She's actually not as difficult as I thought she would be. I thought she was going to be more complicated than this, but she's actually... Oh wait, this is not the right color. I don't think anyway. I think that was the... That's the lighter inside version. Yeah. I need to clean that up a little bit, I think. But we'll see. See, she's supposed to be kind of short. I feel like I'm making her way too tall here. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. I was just like on autopilot for a second. And I do unfortunately think I'm gonna need to make her bigger again. But I'm gonna have to do that in post, I think, because I really don't feel like moving around all these layers right now. We'll do it whenever I have the, like, specific sprites. Okay, I think that'll be a good place to put her feet. It's hard to get, like, the exact right angle after you've already drawn some of it. I think she just has red flats on. Guess I didn't specify. We'll just put her in red flats, because that's what makes sense to me. With her dancer outfit on. I feel like one foot to the left, and then one straight on. Will kind of capture her being a little bit like a um like feisty. Is the right word? That kind of character. Duh. This is going out and it needs to be going in. I also need to fix this other leg. Thicker. It's like a little scrawny right now. This up a little bit. That makes them a little bit more even. This needs to be slightly bigger as well. So much. It's like, yeah, it goes in, but not to that extent. There we go. That's better. Make her shoe a little bit longer as well. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do it not by full layer. This is... Oh. Because I don't want to get the, That's how it's done. I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna redo this entirely, I think. I think that'll be easier than messing around with the lasso tool. Is that too much? or just right. A little too much. So let's go so far this time. Resizing is hard. I always have a hard time with it when I need to do it. Let me see if that's decent, I guess. Decent enough. Hi, Izzy. I am doing well tonight. Like, announcing things officially, it's very exciting. It's been a long time coming. Where is that crit? The top part is not on. It's be like slightly shaped slightly differently, I think. Whoa. Maybe just left a little bit there. More like that. You fix the side up a little bit. She's still looking a little tall to me. Let's see. She's kind of meant to be short. So I want that to be reflected, obviously. I was also messing with the arm proportions. Maybe the arm proportions be reflected of a short girl. And now we can move the shoes up and see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. I think that's more the height that I was going for. Again, I'll need to make her bigger in post because obviously she's like way far in the background here. I didn't realize she was that far, but I guess she was. So we'll have to fix around with that a little bit, but that'll be once we have the actual things ready. Okay, let's go for her hands now. I always have a hard time drawing hands too. It's a little rough. Especially when I don't have anything to trace off of. Normally I trace my hand sketches on my traditional art. And of course this is gonna start messing with me. Alright, I guess we're drawing with our finger today. Which makes it even rougher, but we'll see how it goes. My couch is really squeaky. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but every time I move, it like squeaks real loud. Even if I'm just like repositioning my leg. Okay, low key. Kind of got that right off the bat, but I do want to move these down a little bit, actually. The torso to leg ratio here. Yeah, that should be good now, I think. It was a little bit stubby. So this one needs to be back a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yes, we've been working really hard on it. So many canceled streams. Sorry about that. My bad. I'm just gonna duplicate this hand, maybe. I'll see how I feel about it after I place it. Because I might not actually want it duplicated, but... Yeah, no, I don't want it duplicated. I'm gonna draw it from scratch. Her hand is like tucked too much. It's kind of looks weird. Okay, let's start a new layer though. I'm gonna draw it on the same hand thing. I'm just gonna make her fingers like going like that. Just down. Extend these up. Oh wait, what the hell? What happened? Why is it... Somehow the extensions got on this layer, but the rest of it is on the right layer. That's weird. I'm not sure how that happened. Never had that happen before. Just randomly switching layers in the middle. Okay. This needs to be a little thinner too. There we go. This up a little bit. That way her hand is almost like behind her. If that makes sense. And then I think I just need to draw her bangs. And then we can go in with the actual color stuff. That should just be in front of her face there. I mean, obviously I need to do her eyes and stuff too, but... Sometimes I do that after, and sometimes I do it before. I don't know what I want to do with her. I'm just freehanding this right now. She's like a little bit of a widow's peak. Not really, but whatever you call this space. She's very cute, I must say. I like her. Hi! The person who just said hi in chat is one of our voice actors. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, we're gonna start coloring her in, I guess. And then I'll draw her eyes and stuff after. I think it helps because I can see what it'll look like on the actual like skin and everything. So we'll draw the eyes in a minute. Oh, that's on a different layer. Whoops. Most of the times I draw my the neck and head on the same layer, so that's kind of odd. Still wrong layer. Jesus. There we go. Can you tell I've had like a long day today? So much work. But by Halloween, we will be able to have a little bit of a break. We try to do like 10 projects a year. I think I've mentioned that before. Um, and we still have quite a bit to do, unfortunately. So far, we've done 3 novels and 2 games. No, more than that. Was it more than that? Because I know I have, for the rest of the year, I have planned out 2 games and a novel, I think. So it must be like, I must have written 4 novels then, I guess? Something like that. Oh, no, it's a video project. That's what I was missing. And that's not fully done either. Um, but luckily, one of our classes was like, "Hey, you guys have to do like a 15-minute video project?" And the one that we were already planning on this year kind of mashed up to what we have to do for class. So I decided to go along with that. We'll have class time to do it, which is actually really helpful. Most people are probably like, "Oh my god, I can't believe we have to do this." But I was like, heck yeah, I get class time to work on one of my creative projects. That's cool. Let's grab this red. Let's start on the outfit. Grind set, yeah. Ugh, I don't like the grind set. I wish I could just focus on my creations and that's all. I wish I didn't have to go to school. And then after school, I have to have a real job. Until hopefully this stuff takes off at some point. I know that's very wishful thinking. It's very difficult to actually make a living off of writing and game development stuff, but I'm allowed to have my dreams. Even if they're slightly unrealistic. You should always have backup plans if you have things like that that you want to do. It is slightly disheartening to have backup plans, but you have to be realistic about things. Hence why, hence why I'm being nagged about my grades. Hence why I have to go to school and deal with all this stuff. New layer for the arms. Slightly smaller to get that tiny corner in there. There we go. Okay. Now other arm. And after coloring, we'll do the shadowing stuff. It's been a while since I've done an art stream. I forgot how chill these were. I always feel slightly awkward doing them because I feel like I don't know like what to talk about, if that makes sense. I just kind of ramble and hope that I'm being entertaining enough. But I feel like they're also chill streams for you guys, so hopefully you like them. Hopefully I'm not boring you. If I am, then you can go wait for our next stream, I guess. Because we will be we have a big Halloween stream tomorrow. I wanted to do it then instead of actual Halloween because there's some stuff going on campus that I might be going to. They have like an annual Halloween party. I don't know if I'm going to be feeling up to it or not, but we'll see. I was also thinking that we were gonna have Halloween, to like, um, actually, hand out candy and stuff to kids. But our town is doing it tomorrow. So, like, I have class on actual Halloween, but I can't go back home. But then actual Halloween is gonna be when I'm at my campus. So I guess I'm not handing out candy this year. My dad will have to do it by himself. No, did I? I don't think I, yeah. I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure I messed that up a little bit, but that's okay. That is a little too late, though. Shoot. Let's see, is this different enough? Yeah, I feel like that's fine. Okay. Let's for the back of the hair, and then we'll do the bangs. I'm glad you enjoy my rambles. I always feel slightly awkward doing them. I'm used to, like, having a game or something to talk about while we're on stream. So these are a little bit out of my element. I tend not to ramble a whole lot, like, just in general. I don't talk very much, which is kind of weird, considering I'm, like, streaming and stuff every week, but I don't talk much in real life. I'm very introverted. Even with, like, friends and stuff, I tend to take a little bit of a back seat, if that makes sense. So I guess maybe it's good to practice. Maybe it's good to practice on stream. See, I don't know why it's perfectly fine when I try to draw with my finger, but then when I try to draw with the, well, now you're gonna make a fool out of me. Oh, there we go. It like keeps wanting to disconnect when I'm using my styluses. Whatever, I'll draw with my finger. It's not that much harder, but kind of weird that it does it like that. There's the bangs. I'm looking for the layer. I like couldn't find it. Hairline there. Did I not? Oh, I didn't go up with the bangs. I see. Let me go over that real quick, because it'll make our boundaries easier here. I had this as the back of the hair, but the back of the hair isn't gonna help us when we're coloring because it's on such a lower layer. Okay, that should be fine now. I think I got all the way around. It's kind of hard to tell when you're drawing over in the same color, but I think I got it. Yeah, we're good. Then we just need to draw her face and get her shadowing in here. This is going faster than I thought it would, at least. Some of the art has taken a lot longer than I thought it would. Pretty much all of the art is done except for the stuff that we're drawing today. And that's because I wanted to have a little bit of like a hype thing, if that makes sense. She's cute. I like her. Her design is very simple, but I think it's nice. We're pretty simple, actually. Her and Dancer. Okay, here's the face layer. Actually, I need to draw her nose on the line layer thing for her outline. Draw the eyes and the mouth on a separate layer because those will change depending on her expression. Small nose. I feel like it fits her being small in general. Okay. Now I need dark. The eye outline. See if I can get this on the first try. Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, no, this is not going good. Well, hold on. No. Let's delete that. I don't know what I was doing there. Oh, I see. My straightener got unselected when I was coloring. That's why. Like, why is it all jaggedy? It's because I literally didn't have my thing that makes my line straighter. Look at the difference. Hold on. That's with straightener. This is without. Well, you can't really tell with that, actually. Let's draw a circle. Maybe that'll show a difference. Yeah. See how it's like lumpy versus smooth. Smooth, I guess, is what I should say, not straightener. I have to move this for a second so I can. Oh, research big. There we go. Right now she looks like a cyclops. There, we put that there. And then to make sure the eyes are matching, I always do this with eyes. Almost always, anyway. Not every time, but pretty much. I always mirror the shape of the eye. And see how it's like weird because her head's kind of tilted? You just go in and you move it like that. I don't know why, but whenever you mirror things, the lines look super jaggedy until you click them in place. I don't know if that's like purposeful or what. Or why they would do that on purpose, but maybe. Now we'll do her eyebrows, which I think are going to be thin. So I won't need to do I won't need to do an outline. I'm just going to draw the eyebrows themselves. Like that. Well, that one's a little thicker. Let me try to make these more similar. Yeah. Okay. She looks a little surprised though, so I'm going to bring them down slightly. This one, yeah, this one's a little bit higher, so let's bring that down as well. A little bit more. Okay. Dark smile. Got a little bit of like a :3 thing going on. But I feel like that fits her because she's very like smuggish, if that makes sense. I didn't want it to be like fully cat-like, but a little bit smug fits her. Now we'll color in the eyes. Gotta get our white here, or slightly off-white, I should say. You never want to do full white because then it's like kind of blaring. See, like that's like the right amount. It's not like doesn't make her eyes look like she's glowing. It's actually at 30% color. I always pick off of the skin tone for eye colors, since that's what it's going to be sitting on top of. And it still looks perfectly white. Okay, and then her amber color is down here. Our eyeballs. Yeah, she doesn't look too spooky-ish with these, I don't think. Oh, she's cute. I like her. Arm is making her slightly crooked still, I think, but I think when we're posing her, it should work fine. I might make this slightly. Let me see what the difference looks like. That did like nothing. Hold on. It's on the wrong layer, I think. Does that look more... I feel like that looks more natural. Let's do that instead. I'm gonna try to trace the same thing though. Yeah, 1-3. It's very fitting of her, so yeah, this eye color is a lot more natural. I think that was a little bit too yellow. Needed more of like a muted gold. That looks better, to me at least. Okay, and then this is our shadow color that we've used for like all of them, but I need to change this to 30% opacity. And the sizing needs to be 4, because that's what we've used consistently throughout the project. I mean, she looks tiny compared to Dancer. I definitely will need to make her bigger in post. Oh, that's a little too much. It's for the bangs part. Some shadow on her hair. And head. And then we need one chin. That one a little too far. Hold on. It's because I put the layer up one. There we go. And then she'll have some shadowing on her hands from her sleeves being slightly baggy. This hand. I don't like the way that shape came out for some reason. There, that's better. And then this one here. And then I need on her legs. Then her shoes I don't think need the shadows. Sometimes I'll put them there and sometimes I won't. I don't know if I want to put a shadow on a belt. We'll see. It's kind of flat, but I don't know if I want to distinguish it a little more. No, I think we'll go without. Alright, then that's our acrobat. Just on this small scale without the without her posing. We'll do the posing later because I don't want to give away plot points with it. So now we can start on mechanic. And I'm actually going to open the robots file. This shadow is weird. I don't know why there's a shadow there. Fix that. So accidentally went down on that one. Because mechanic is with the robot, so I'm going to take the copy. Actually, hold on. Let me do this differently. I'm just going to add him in to a new canvas, I think. So I don't want to accidentally mess up the saves here. I always have to adjust my height for some reason on my canvas. It like won't remember what height I want. It's very odd. It'll remember the width, but it won't remember the height. And then I just want to add in robot. That way I don't have to deal with all the complications of having the files and stuff. Like the different layers for robot. I can just have them on one layer and then I won't have to mess around with that with mechanic. Okay. I'm also going to add the shadow color in here so that I don't lose it because I can't go back far enough. Yeah, we'll just cover up half the page. That's what we'll do. Okay, I know I need to grab. I feel like I didn't draw mechanic yet, but I don't know. Did I draw mechanic? Maybe. Yeah, I did. Okay. I was concerned for a second. I was like, I might not have done this outline in the past, but I did. He's here. I'm just gonna save it. old sketch. Another image. I'm gonna add this one. I'm gonna try to, whoa. I'm gonna try to match up the, oh shoot, why couldn't you be transparent? It would have helped so much. Why is it not letting me erase this? This is weird. Hello? There we go. I just want their sizing to be similar here. So short. Small robot. Okay. Color, if I even specified like what color she's wearing or anything. Should probably check that as well. He has a welding mask. The mask that I drew before was clearly not a welding mask. I don't know why I drew it like that initially, but we'll be changing that to a normal welding mask. No, I get to pick the colors today. I hope he didn't gain sentience because I'm going to be coloring on his face. Gonna with deciding on the colors and such. I think I'm gonna give him like a gray shirt. Like a almost grayish brown. Like that color. And blue jeans. I didn't draw his shoes in this picture, but I think they're gonna be the like, dark brown boots that you typically, well, maybe black. Maybe I'll do black boots. Yeah, those colors don't clash. And then I'll go with his welding mask as well. Then I just need his skin tone. Try to do something that looks good with the gray shirt. I know I want him to be slightly tan, but I don't know how tan. Like if I want it to be red toned or yellow toned. Let's see which one I like best. Orange tone. I feel like the orange toned one clashes the least. This color. So I'll go with this one. Okay, I think that's all the colors we need. I am going to need to find a reference for a welding mask because I don't know how to draw those. But we'll find out. Let me look for one of those real quickly. Just so I know what I'm looking. You want it like the right angle and everything too. Just kind of weird. Oh, maybe on person? Yeah. Make sure I'm not like referencing anything that's like AI or anything, because that's gross. And also won't be accurate. So I'm like just checking the website that it's coming from. 'Cause I don't know what I don't know what a real welding mask should look like, you know? So I won't be able to really tell if it's AI. Other than looking at that. I think I found one that's fine. I'm just gonna like, I'm not gonna actually like bring it into my sketch layer or anything. I'm just gonna like reference back to the picture. Well, hold on. This one is like not a worn one. That's weird. Never mind. I have to get a different picture. There's like ones that they like hold in front of them. That's so odd. But that's not what I want. I want one that like you wear. I think this one might be good. I'm just gonna double check and make sure it's not an AI image. I don't trust robots to make accurate welding masks. Okay, it says it's a real picture, so I'm gonna hope. See, I don't tend to use like actual art for my references. I kind of always use real images. But it's kind of the same problem because AI images exist too. Okay, I'm gonna try to draw this. Don't make fun of me if it's bad. Oh, didn't mean to draw that. Just trying to zoom in. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with this mask. It's like a creepy mask. Maybe I wasn't thinking he needed a welding mask at first. Maybe I just gave him a random mask. But I think a welding mask fits a lot better. Because he's a mechanic that creates things and welds things. Why would he have a creepy iron mask on? You know? Like, hello? Let me switching back and forth between this. Looks like the guard comes down kind of far. In almost this kind of shape? It's very boxy though. I don't know if I'm getting the boxiness properly. Top of it. Same thing. It's like a reflected panel so that you don't burn your eyeballs. Oh, I don't like the way that it went crooked a little bit. Okay, two things. I'm gonna need to move this box up a little bit and slightly over, I think. Totally messed that up. Trying to make sure to get all the little lines in without getting the actual mask part. There. Good or bad? I can't really tell. I think good without the. I think this part of the mask was messing me up because it was making it look like his like face was distorted under there. Oh, change my eraser size again, apparently. Now we can move on to the rest of the stuff. I guess this guy's gonna be kind of easy. Doesn't have a whole lot to him. It does look good, thank you. Thank you. A little bit of his neck. Oh wait, I need to. I always. I don't always, but I tend to forget to darken my outline color, and then I have to change the original color that I was working with, and it makes me sad. Let's do this. I'm gonna take a small break and when we're done with this guy to grab a drink because my throat is scratchy. You can probably tell my voice is getting slightly worse, so I don't want that to continue continue to get worse or anything. Gotta take care of myself. Like you're really wonky kinda in this original one, so we're gonna fix the shape and everything. He's supposed to be like kind of muscular, and I made him very thin originally. I think that's better. Need to clean some of this up though, because we're looking for a sketchy look, not this sketchy. It's like looks like it's going all over the place. take care of this line too. Not that it really needs taken out, but it was bothering me. Okay. I think I'm going to duplicate this. Make it kind of like he's like shrugging. I have to fix some stuff though. First of all, this thing. I just need to make this part not curve in. It's making it look, it's making the armpit look weird. Yeah, okay, that's really fucked. Hold on. I need to see what I am missing here. There we go. Okay. No, that still looks weird. So I'll go back on that layer. I think I just need the bottom part of this, and then I need to erase the top part. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's so skewed, but whatever. I can fix it. Arms, legs. Stuck in the color per usual. Think that's long enough. Maybe a little longer. I also need to make his legs thicker, I think. Stick it down to there. I don't know why I'm making them so much thinner up at top. That's not what we're trying to do. Guess because I was following the original lines, huh? It's thicker. Now I just need hands and boots, I guess. So he's very much facing the front, so I'm not gonna put his boots to the side or anything. Just trying to draw the front of them, like almost peeking out of his from under his pants. Those are not boots. Just looking at pictures to try and get an idea. The shape I need to draw. I think a lot of times I draw them kind of like. No, that's backwards facing boots. That's what I was doing wrong. I was like, I know this is a shape that I normally use, but that's for when they're facing backwards because you're drawing the heel and not the toe. These are bad. I don't know why I'm not drawing these properly. It's giving like chibi feet. And that's obviously not the art style I'm working in. I don't know why I'm like not knowing how to do this right now. Kind of weird, actually. Might just need to leave it like that for now and fix it later. My brain's like not cooperating with me or something. Yeah, whatever. We're just gonna ignore the feet for now. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Oh, I need glove color. I was thinking I needed hand color, but I don't think he'd be working with his bare hands. I feel like that would be kind of dangerous, actually. I'm giving like brown gloves. Kind of similar to his skin tone, but outline. And these hands are gonna be really messed up right now just from how I drew them originally, but we're gonna fix them. Actually, I might just not even go off of this. I don't know yet. Let's see how I do without. Tried to switch back to my stylus and then it didn't work. Shift this over. I'm done drawing. I think his thumb needs to be a little longer though. Maybe not that long. I need it to be like in between that almost. Oh gosh, why does my canvas kept like not my canvas, but my window for my canvas kept trying to resize on me. Oh my god. Can I not have a normal sized eraser for when I try to erase? There we go. And since we duplicated the arm, we should be able to duplicate this fine. Shift it slightly. Tilt it slightly, not shift it. There we go. Alright, cool. Now we just have to do the coloring part. Normally my drawings take me this long to just make one. I guess I didn't do the all the posing and stuff though either. That adds into it a little bit. And Mechanic also doesn't have a face, so I mean he has a face, it's just not visible. Can't see his face with his mask. He's not faceless under there, I promise. Oh, shoot, hold on. I didn't draw the neckline on his shirt. Some of this little bit. You can actually have a full neckline, there we go. Wait, over the arms, because the arms need to be colored differently. On a different layer, I mean. If I don't do it on a different layer, then it's like hard to move stuff. not just hard, it's like actually impossible. I would have to redraw everything from scratch, if that makes sense. And I wouldn't, if the coloring is with is on a layer with another piece of coloring, then I would have to recolor too. When I first started doing digital art, I didn't use any layers. Isn't that crazy? I don't really know why. I guess I thought they were complicated or something. But now they're like a lifesaver, so I guess things change pretty quick. So obviously clean this up at the bottom, but I let that happen because I already saw a bunch of out of the line stuff going on up here. Also erase this. I do the same thing. I pen a little too big here, but that's okay. Fix it in a minute. Now it's too small, but I'm just gonna go with it. I don't have that much left. Whoa. I hesitated for a second. So please don't crash. I saved recently, but that would still suck. Looks like I also missed a little bit on his stomach. Right here. I can do the jeans. We're ignoring his fuck ass boots for now. Does not use layers. You should definitely use layers. They're so good. So helpful. I genuinely cannot imagine not using them anymore. Particularly, like, you don't have to do it like how I'm doing it. You can't see my layers, but I do it like on everything is on like a different layer. See how I can go like that, and then like the shirt isn't colored, even though I'm going over the shirt. Um, you don't have to do it like that. You can just do it with, start off doing it with like just the line art on one layer and the coloring on one layer. That's how I started. If you feel intimidated by the layering. Whoa. Can't get that far. Then yeah, I think most people tend to start wanting to do lots and lots of layers because it's just so much easier. It makes things take so much less time. Whoa, didn't want to go that far. I remember before I started using layers, I would like watch people draw and be like, oh my gosh, how are they like coloring so well? How are they not going over the lines or anything? And it was literally because they were using layers. I just, like, I don't know, it didn't compute for me or something. I was a little silly goofy. I was like 12 though, so to be fair, I guess it makes sense that I was silly goofy at that age. I always forget to pick up my brush or pick up my finger, and then if I make a mistake, I have to erase a bunch. I am constantly annoying myself with that. I think I've talked about this on like every art stream because it happens every art stream. I think maybe we're gonna switch gears right after mechanic is done and do a background. 'Cause I did want to do that today, and I think it'll be more variety. If we have time, we'll still do groundskeeper art, but oh, that's not even the right color. Forgot he was wearing gloves. Where's his neck? Is his neck on this layer? No. Where's your neck at, dude? There it is. It's an odd way of saying things. It's okay that that went over the mask, because... Oh, shoot. It's okay that that went over the mask, because the mask is on a higher layer. To the mask. And I guess the visor color should be like... A lot of times it's like a reflective blue, so I'm gonna try to emulate that. This is like the same color. Whoops. Guess I need to make that a little lighter. Must have forgotten to darken it, but that's okay. Actually, I feel like this color looks better anyway. Honestly. I feel like it goes better with like the grays. That was way too small. Why did I make it so long? Went from like giant brush to tiny brush. I still have a bunch of work to do today, sadly. It's so late, but it is what it is. I'll make sure I still get like 6 hours of sleep class. Under that, and try this reflective bluish color. Let me see what color exactly that looks like. This picture that I have, it's like, they're using the welding thing. So I need to know what it looks like when it's not being used. Looks almost like a purplish blue, maybe. This color? It's almost like TV screenish. And then for the glare, we'll make it lighter. Like that. There we go. I know his feet aren't in yet, but there's our welder. Or our mechanic, sorry. His name is not Welder. Okay, I'm gonna go on a brief break just to grab my drink and stuff. But we will be right back. So I think I have my do I have my waiting screen? I don't know if I do. I'm kind of scared to go over to a different screen. I don't have them like labeled. Nope. Oh, well, kinda. I guess I can just do, hold on, this. Type right. There we go. Okay. Now I will mute and take care of what I need to take care of. Well, hold on. Let me add in my... I don't know if I have my BGM or not. I don't think I do on this laptop. Alright, you guys are just gonna have to sit in silence. Sorry. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. So I know this is slightly annoying to do, but I think we're actually gonna end here. Sorry, I made you just sit there and wait in silence, but I need to get a few things done. And I was looking at my schedule while I was like waiting. um well, not waiting, but on my break, and I think I'm gonna need to head off. But we got two characters done, so I also think I work faster without streaming because I don't have to talk. So we will end here for today. We will be hopefully streaming tomorrow. Starting at, let's see what time I had written down. I need to post the actual like schedule for it, but have like our big Halloween stream tomorrow, and that will be. I wanted to start at 8, but I don't know if that's gonna be right or not. We will figure it out. We'll figure it out together. um, we'll have our actual Halloween schedule like posted tomorrow around the time when we're gonna be streaming. So be on the lookout for that. We will be trying at 8, but no promises with our busyness. And I will